Hearing the word home on a neonatal unit is often very exciting, but at the same time can feel extremely daunting. The reality is going home can invoke a whole range of feelings, including fear and uncertainty, and it is important that families feel supported. This animation will help you understand some of the things that might take place on your journey through the neonatal unit in preparation for taking your baby home. Whilst on the neonatal unit, the neonatal team will work in partnership with you in supporting your baby's health, well-being and medical needs. You may be offered different parent craft sessions, including bathing your baby massage, taking your baby's temperature and giving oral medications. You'll be offered these sessions at your own pace, and they are aimed to support you gradually throughout your baby's neonatal stay. There are milestones that your baby will need to meet before being discharged or moving to a hospital closer to home. These areas may include breathing, feeding, growth and maintaining temperature. Doctors and nurses will work with you to understand your baby's health and the progress your baby is making on their journey to discharge. You may be offered a discharge planning meeting before your baby goes home. Some of the people you can expect to be present are your baby's consultant, a neonatal nurse, your health visitor, and a member of the outreach or community nursing team. If there is anyone you would like to take along with you to support you in the meeting, please let your nurse know. The meeting is a good opportunity for you to ask questions, so it may be worth jotting down anything you can think of beforehand. Depending on the reasons for admission and weight of your baby, you may be offered resuscitation training before going home. This is to help increase your confidence and knowledge in what to do if you have an emergency once you've been discharged. This may seem scary, but the neonatal team will support you in answering any questions you may have. Your baby may also require a period of time being monitored in a car seat to ensure they remain safe during journeys. It's not uncommon for babies to require several attempts before they pass. Before going home, you may be offered the opportunity to room in with your baby. This is where you come into the hospital and stay overnight, sleeping with your baby by your bed. Some units will have dedicated rooms for this. Other units may readmit you to a bed on a maternity ward. You might feel nervous about taking your baby home from the hospital. Having the chance to room in may help the transition to home. The neonatal team have a checklist that will be completed before you go home. This may include an examination by a doctor or nurse practitioner. If your baby has been looked after by any other teams within the hospital, for example a surgical team, they will also review your baby and discharge you. Your baby may have been on lots of different medicines while in the neonatal unit, some of which they may need to continue at home. The neonatal team will support you in recognising what medicines your baby needs, drawing up the right amounts and how to administer to your baby. You'll be given a bag of medicines to take home with you, and the staff will explain how to get more when you run out. Taking a baby home on oxygen can be very daunting, but lots of babies do leave neonatal care on oxygen, and parents are well supported in the community. Before going home, it is a good idea to make sure you feel confident in changing your baby's nasal cannula. Find out where you can get replacement cannulas and stickers, and make sure you understand when and how to order replacement oxygen. If you take your baby home on oxygen, you will be supported by an outreach or community nursing team. Some babies can go home when they are still being tube fed. This may be a temporary or long-term plan depending on your baby's needs. You will be trained and confident in tube feeding before you take your baby home, and supported by the community or outreach team once home. Going home doesn't mean that input from your healthcare professionals ends, and you may find yourself managing lots of appointments and visits for your baby. A good idea is to make a list of all the people who may have an input into your baby's care before you leave the neonatal unit, and make sure you have contact numbers for them. Depending on the condition of your baby, you may receive home visits from professionals from the following teams: health visiting, community midwifery, neonatal community outreach, social services and other community support. When you and your neonatal team agree that you're ready to take your baby home, you will be given a discharge letter to take with you. The doctor or nurse will read the letter with you before leaving the hospital. Taking your baby home may be all that you have thought about during your neonatal stay. It is a great milestone and the next chapter in your family's journey. It is normal to feel worried, excited, happy, anxious, or scared. So please discuss these feelings with your team so that they can support you to feel as prepared as possible for welcoming your baby into your home. You may feel worried about leaving the hospital and the staff that have cared for you and your baby. You may feel that they have been family and the neonatal unit your home for the duration of your baby's admission. This is perfectly normal. You have all the skills to nurture your baby in your home environment. If you feel that your mental health has been impacted by your experience on the neonatal unit, there is support for you. Please make contact with your GP or neonatal community nurse or health visitor who will be able to support you in accessing help.